What's going on? It's Pokemart TCG. Welcome back to the channel. And I'm back on video again. I want to make sure we're videoing because I put out a video a while ago and it doesn't seem like we were live. So I was talking about an hour or two in the video and it doesn't seem like the video went up. So I'm going to check to make sure that this video is up. And hopefully, you know, we are okay. This video was up. All right, great. So we are live. I'm gonna hit up some people. Let Ben F Production know I'm live. It seems like this is going good here. And then I'm gonna talk, man, for a little bit. It's about 11:57 now, and yeah. So let's let me get this video shared. Gives it a little bit of time for people to come in. If you're in, just stop, just chat, say hello. Welcome everybody in. Anybody comes to the channel. All right, let me see. What have we got? Do. Hit him up here. There we go. All right. Not that I'm going to get a bunch of views, but end of the day, video is up. Alrighty. You know what? I'm going to take a screenshot. I'll send it over on Instagram. Share this video out. What's up, everybody? It's August 18th. Pokemart TCG is live on YouTube right now. For any of you Instagram followers want to stop by the channel, come on over and check me out. All right, YouTube Pokemart TCG. What's up, everybody? It's August 18th. Pokemart TCG is live. I'm going to share this out, and then we'll get started, guys. Today's the 18th. So I'm going to share this out on my Insta and to let people know that I'm live. It gives people some time to come in. Then we'll go into the rest of the video. So I hope everybody's doing well, man, in this bull market. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Waiting for this load up. Takes a little bit to go. So what have you guys been doing? What have you been buying? Have you been buying any of the new Perfect Order? Have you been buying any of the Perfect Pitch Black? Are you not doing anything in the market? Are you just, you know, um, you're not collecting Pokemon anymore? You can hit me up in the comment section on the video or comment on the Instagram reel for any followers that come from Instagram over here. Just waiting for this thing to load up. Everything's acting slow here. I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to go over some things that I'm doing, and I don't have a lot of time to do it. But I'm trying to get, oh, there we go. There we go. Share this out. share it out. There we go. Finally loaded up. I'm going to share out my video on Insta and onto the Facebook. So it lets people know that I'm live in case they're elsewhere or they don't have their stuff. Yeah, people can stop on by the channel, check me out while I'm live. Pokemart. There's, okay. Yeah, so I got pretty much a lot to go over. And then let's get over to my Facebook and share it up. And then we'll get into the video. But it gives some time for people to get in. So August 18th, today 2026. What if I put 29.96? Ha! What's the time? 12:00. Time checks 12:03, right? 12:03. Ooh, 13. 12:03 p.m. All right, now there we go. Gonna share that out. Anyway, welcome to come over to the channel and stop and check me out. All right, as the title says, yeah, the Pokemon market, man, bull market there's opportunities for you in sealed product right now, you know, and what are you doing, a lot of people seem to be in a disarray, like they don't know what to do. It looks to me, guys, and I'm a firm believer because it looks like a lot of people that used to do this is no longer in the game. Looks like a lot of people got soft. A lot of people backed out. And the reason I'm looking over this way because the camera's here, but I'm trying to see if there's any chats come up. And just to say hello if anybody stops by the channel, I can see the chat, the TV. This is on an angle. So, yeah, so, a lot of people got scared. A lot of people lost faith. A lot of people that are in this hobby now are just the ones that came in. They're all newbies. They're all newbies. Just buying to flip, buying to make a profit, just buying to sell. A majority probably came from selling sneakers and stuff, saw opportunity here to flip Pokemon in their sneaker shops, in their little regular side shops that they have that they were selling other collectibles in. They decided to add Pokemon to the arsenal, and once it came to a point where it was not profitable, they're getting out of it. They want to sell it all off and move on. And that's all great and well, but, I didn't get into this hobby to just get out, get up, collect a bunch of stuff, and then move out of it quickly. And then, yeah, you made money, but then what did you do with the money? Because if you look at the world today, our American dollar is very, very weak. your dollars may be different in your area of country that you're in, but United States, the power of the mighty dollar is not that great. It's, you know, and then as you deploy your money elsewhere out of this hobby, say you just selling all your Pokemon, you're getting out, and you just got the money sitting in the bank, your bank is not giving you the interest that you would make on this stuff over time, because it's definitely a over time period, you know, over a certain amount of time frame that you do acquire, you know, wealth from the asset going up in value, percentages wise, at large percentages at that, depending on what you put your dollars into. And for me being a 58-year-old, aside, yes, took profits, yes, did trades along the way. And then, you know, for me, it was like, well, where can I park the money? Like, where can I park the money? What will better fit me, right? Because everybody sees these big content creators and they want to be like them. Just like everybody want to be Michael Jordan. Like everybody tries to be like someone else. And I can say, if you come into this hobby, just be yourself, learn from mistakes, and don't let the mistakes that you make stop you from taking the risk, right? And if you know me from the years that I was on this channel, a lot of you guys will have noticed the growth that I've been in the growth. From, even though the channel's still small, right? It's not about the channel. It's about me and my journey. How I came from broke, busted, disgusted, and have a made-up mind to pursue entrepreneurship and to pursue my destiny. And my destiny might not be yours, but it may be a shoe that fits you, because you may be in a rut and thinking about how you can get out from being stuck. And this is why the channel exists for me, is because I wanted to share the upsides, the downsides of my journey, and to help people that may be in the very same mindset that I'm in, that the pursuit for greatness, right, for greater things, to obtain greater things, to pursue happiness, to better your family, and all that, and doing your own thing, having your hustle, right? I don't have to look over my shoulder, worry about the cops coming to arrest me because I'm not doing anything illegal, right? So that was a big thing for me, being financially independent, don't have to answer to a time clock. The time is mine. And what I do at my time, I like to come into hobbies like this, like I've been into, because I've been in video games, been in sports cards, been in Beanie Babies, all right? Been in the video game thing. And though coming through the hustles,
Kindly make
and
sure
though I
you
made
all hit the
mistakes,
/thumbs up button.
those
Binge watch all
did
past
not
videos from start finish.
prevent me from pursuing
Check
or
out our
taking
Instagram
risk
channel
and
as
taking
we-
further risk. So, you know, for me, taking risk, I have allowed myself to become independent, though I still work a full-time job, right? I still work a full-time job. I myself, you know, have become independent. Like, I make decisions for business moves, business ventures that I'm in now with the Pokemart. I assume all the risk. I'm willing to take all the risk, because even if I take the risk, I'm not going to lose anything, because first of all, everything's paid for, and it doesn't matter that if they go to zero, I'm not worried about it, because I'm willing to stand on the firm belief, like Nostalgianomics and all these other investors, because of the time that I've been in this space, that I truly believe in the asset of the sealed product is going to go up. And I've been blessed where, yeah, I was able to buy an Acura RDX. No car note from what I do, right? Coming from years ago, seeing my parents bring up me and my brother, my sister, from being on, back then there was no Section 8, we were poor, but coming up, I seen I was blessed with two fathers, both passed now, come through the struggles. I'm not going to say race was an issue, because coming up, my stepfather worked for IBM in its early comings, busted his tail, and he was able to go through IBM, move up in IBM, and move up our family, right? Move me and my brother from a broke, busted, disgusted family, like we were poor back in the days, right? But I seen my stepfather bust his behind to get more for his family, want more out of what he was doing, so his family can live better and have a better life. And I seen that in my father. My stepfather, Bill, who passed away, he was a singer with the Durrells. Lost them. I lost my mother in 2024, died in COVID lockdown, and my dad died the following year in the day after Christmas. So I lost both of them in the same year. Now, my real father, same thing. He came from poor, right? From eight kids. All of my uncles on that side are gone now. My dad, my real dad, loveless, right? Come up from, working in the country for a rich guy, rich millionaire. My father had a side job, but his primary job was working in northern Terrytown at the General Motors facility, where he became one of the head supervisors of overseeing the auto plant on the drive chain for where they build the cars, putting the cars together. And he moved up in that company as the head supervisor, and then he moved his brothers in. So he looked after his brothers to make sure his brothers were able to get into jobs and stuff and make it. So my hustle, this is where it all comes to. Like, my hustle, my drive, my passion comes from my fathers, and seeing them through my eyes, watching them bring us up. And now I'm bringing my family up, and it's in this hustle, right? This Pokemart hustle that I'm in. This is where my drive goes. And like I said, nobody's going to knock me off the castle. Like, I'm high up on the castle that, Humpty Dumpty's not falling off the wall, guys. You're not cracking this eggshell. Because I have people try. They say they're going to do this, they're going to do that. It was all talk, guys. It was all talk. Just, you cannot believe what social media people are going to say they're going to do. But just walk in lightness. And I say that in lightness, just be ready to prepare yourself, right, in case anybody does try to present themselves. So you'll be able to take care of yourself. So I'm able to take care of myself regardless that I'm thin. Don't let that fool you, right? Be able to not say arm yourself, but guys, be ready to take care of yourself, right? In case of anything happens, be aware, right? It's all about is being awareness, right? So, on that note, just be aware of that, right? But yeah, my hustle, man, my drive, my passion for everything that I've done and I'm still doing is I'm living my dream, right? The dream is my passion because I want more out of life. And I saw Pokemon as the fit as a shoe that fits me. And I, I've seen everything coming at me full force, like the ups, downs, the bads, but I still able to persevere through it, right? And through that, there was growth cycles because it was a growing pains, and there was growing, times where, you know, didn't know, you know, I knew what I wanted to do, and I talked the talk, right? I talked the talk, and the talk was about these machines and stuff on the channel, about what I really was trying to do and trying to pursue in this, and trying to make it all, trying to put the plan together, make everything fit, right? And trying to avoid mistakes, because I remember the mistakes that I made in the past. I didn't want to fall into mistakes in this hobby, right? So I aligned myself with people that were like-minded like myself. And I stayed in my own lane. Really don't care what anybody else was saying. I took advice from those that I truly believed in some of the things. Doesn't have to be 100% of what they say is going to fit me and what I do, but I had to just make sure it aligned to what I was doing, right? So, there are some people on YouTube, have YouTube channels that, I shout them out here and there. I am a firm believer in, not, I say all the things, I say some of the things that align to what I'm trying to do. And I take that and I run with that. I watch more YouTube stuff than anything, because it's, the TV today is really nothing on TV I really want to watch. It's more about learning more from what I'm involved in, that is more important to me, because that's going to help help me to nurture and to be more knowledgeable about what I'm doing, right? So for me, it's very important that I stay true to what I believe in and what I'm doing in this field, and always wanting to know more. But with that said, we got so many things going on within this hobby. I see so much going on, so many robberies, so many card shops getting broken into, lots of stuff going on. And, it doesn't scare me, because we've been through different things in this hobby already. It just prepares you for, what are you going to do, right? What are you doing to protect yourself and your assets and stuff? So that's another thing, right? Another talk for another video. But other than that, man, yeah, there are opportunities out there. And what I want to say is, like, you guys see these opportunities present themselves, but what are you doing to obtain them? Are you even doing this anymore? I mean, not too many
Life is an
YouTube
endless
videos are coming
challenge,
out like,
full of ups and downs.
you know,
Unfortunately, at the most inconvenient times,
people saying
we have
prismatic,
to
right?
surround ourselves w
I
slash
pump prismatic,
positivity.
say I'm buying prismatic. But yet, I would say, over prismatic, Destin is a buy right now. And don't take what I say as true. You go do your own due diligence, make up your own mind whether you want to buy into Destin Rivals ETBs, and that's specifically what I'm talking about. Maybe the booster bundles, maybe a screaming buy, because, I seen everybody talk about, like, Crown Zenith, and then there was so much of it around, it stayed stagnant for a while. But if you look and see what Crown Zenith is doing now, look what Crown Zenith is doing, right? For me, Destin Rivals, even though it's not a specialty set, it's a special set to me because of the old Team Rocket, right? And reprints really don't matter. If you put two and two together, they reprint this stuff, and what happened? It gets gobbled up, guys. So these reprints come out, it gets in the hands of the people, the majority of the people rip, and the ones sitting there holding the sealed, well, you know what happens, right? You know the story with the sealed. You hold it, it does go up in value. So, Destined Rivals is destined for greatness. And there's screaming buys. And there's screaming buys now to get in, and then there's screaming buys down the road where it could end up being $100 or $90 ETB, right? So, you should at least get, if you get what you can afford, right? You buy what you can afford. I got slandered, and this is what happens on YouTube when you open up on social media. My Instagram has been going pretty much viral. I don't know if you guys have seen my Instagrams, PokeTuber Jedi Hustler, but those reels that I put up there, sharing is caring. Like, I'm sharing my journey with you guys on Instagram more than I'm on YouTube, and my Instagrams are blowing up. Every time I show the storage unit, showing my collection, showing what I bought, what I do on breakdowns. I show a lot on Instagram. So you want to look for more videos and stuff like from me, I tell you, hop over to PokeTuber Jedi Hustler on Instagram. Check out those reels, man, because I post over there more than I do videos on YouTube, because that is happening for me right now. And I'm sharing my experience. I'm sharing my journey on there. And a lot of people are taking ear to it. Now, I got called the Scalper Warehouse. I got called out for buying Destined Rivals booster boxes at $300 a piece. I bought a case recently of 6 for $1,800, and I got called out like, dude, you overpaid and all this stuff. It's trash. All right, but here's what I'm saying. If you look at Destined Rivals booster box now, it's at 400. I think. Well, when I looked at it when I bought those 6 boxes, it was at $440 something, right? So I'm still ahead, regardless to the. I bought it at under market, and I bought it from the same guy that sold me the first 2. So, and I bought the first 2 at $300. So I'm still good, regardless, right? But here's what you do, and here's what a lot of people, that are in this space know. You dollar for dollar cost average. So now, yeah, I bought some at $300. Fine. Do you think this? When Destined Rivals booster box reprint, if we get them, it's all talk, right? I haven't seen them yet, but if we get them, they're going to LGSs. They're not going to Walmart. They may go to GameStop, and you know what GameStop's going to do, right? They're going to go to LGSs. What do you think the distributor is going to charge your LGS to get those? And your LGS probably going to have to buy some other stuff. And at minimum, your distro is probably going to charge your Pokemon LGS maybe $300 a box, and then they got to take on some Ultra Pro sleeves and stuff in order to get a couple of cases, if that, depending on how big the reprint on the booster boxes is, right? So distro, 3 million booster boxes. I'm just putting a number. Divide that by X amount, thousands of LGSs. Now they put their order in, and they say, "Yeah, I'll take 2 boxes. I'll take 12 boxes. I'll take 20." Distro divvies them out and say, "Hey, by the way, you want these 2 cases? Well, they're $300 each." And then on top of that, you got to buy some of these, theme decks and all this other stuff that we can't sell. You got to take those along with this, because we're just bundling it with these booster boxes, and you got to take this at that price. If you don't, okay, somebody else out there is going to take them. So if you think that an LGS is going to sell you Destined Rivals at $300 when the market is $440 something, and you think my deal at $300 is a bad deal, well, the LGS is going to charge you more than what I picked them up at. So LGS is going to charge you $375, $380. So and you're slandering me for me buying at $300, and ultimately it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter at this point. To me, it doesn't matter, right? Because I don't have to sell anything. I can just put them in the storage, leave them there, and I ain't worried about them. I strongly believe them to be $500 booster box, right? So if they go up, I would be at $200 each one that I bought at $300. They always go back up. And being that there's not a lot around, they're on TCG Player, but they're at market, right? But who's getting them at 300? Who's going to get the deal that I got? You're not even going to get that at your LGS when these things get reprinted. You're not going to get them at 300. You're going to pay more than that at your LGS. So how many are they going to have? How many are they going to have? By the time you get there to go pick up your one, because they're not going to pre-order you, you have to go right to the shop to pick them up when they come out, and it's most likely going to be sold out. Or the LGS is going to hold them themselves, right? So, think about that, right? So I'm glad that I took the initiative to buy in, and then I'll just dollar for dollar cost average. If I get any cheaper, if they do go down, I dollar for dollar cost average to those ones at 300. Ends up, if I buy 6 more that at a cheaper price, guess what? It lowers that $300 cost that I got in on the first 6, right? So I still won. And where do I see them in three years, right? You got to look at it as short term and long term. So I look at that on a much longer term because I don't have to sell. But what I did, and here we'll get into a little bit about what I'm doing in this market is, for me, staying liquid. I want to be liquid because I went through shows at Woodbridge, and it was a hassle. It was a hassle selling and trading the auxiliary stuff, because really the checkout lane blisters. If you don't have the good stuff like Destined Rivals, you don't have the 3 packs of Destined Rivals or the good stuff, prismatic stuff. It's hard to move all this ancillary product. You can go look at DJ's Poke Center. You hear DJ, even on a Wix website or Shopify website, he has trouble selling ancillary mini tins and stuff like that. And I closely watch DJ, and me and him are friends. I talked to him, and I reached out to him, and we did have a couple of conversations. I'm watching him very carefully, because if I do put up a website, I want to be very, careful that I don't fall into the same thing where I have product that's tough to move. And so for me, right, is staying liquid. And when I say liquid, I wanted to stay, I got rid of a lot of the worst sets, right? A lot of the worst sets, the Vivid Voltage, the Darkness Ablaze. I got rid of a lot of that stuff. And I'm more liquid now, where positions almost at 100 prismatic ETBs, tons of the prismatic Tyranitar Lucario boxes, got a ton of that, ton of the boosted bundles, the ETBs, on prismatic, a ton of Ascending Heroes. I strongly believe in Ascending Heroes. Got a case of ETBs, a case plus 1 ETBs of Ascending. I'm waiting for Ascending Heroes to come down, the price to come down, because it's still too new of a product. So when I say liquid, I have Crown Zenith, Prismatic, 151, Paldean Fates. There was the Destined Rivals. I did dabble into Phantasmal a little bit. No ETBs on Phantasmal. I moved those because there's a reprint coming. Move those. But I do have Mega Evolutions, almost a case of ETBs on that. What's the other one? The 151, Crown, Prismatic, Destined, Paldean. I'm missing one. I'm missing a set. I'm just trying to think of the other set that I have Let me look here on. I want to look at a thing on my Insta, just so I can see the other set, in case I'm forgetting what it is. Black Bolt White Flare, got a ton of that. All right. Black Bolt White Flare. So those are like my biggest things. Prismatic, 151, Crown Zenith, nested Paldean Fates. Like those six are the biggest. Like my biggest hole in Black Bolt White Flare. Those are the six biggest positions that those and ascending. Those are like my largest like positions in like product wise. Um, and like I said, if you were checking out the Instagram, you can see there's a warehouse reel of, like I said, I have the receipts for everything that I do here, guys. Everything. And somebody's got took my this. I was told on my threads. Somebody took this picture from my warehouse. They have it. They spamming it that they're selling steel product on, but it's not me selling. I'm not selling any of this stuff, guys. Any of this stuff here in the pictures. Check out the reels on my Insta. Not selling any of this stuff. It's not for sale. But I will share with you, like, look, these are shots of product on racks in my warehouse. This is me. This is me. Look, there's a full view. And I'm still building my storage unit. Then you'll see all the packs that I break down, and then all the loose pack boxes in the background. In the back, I have tons of those big gravity, those big white boxes with packs. I got tons of packs. I can open up everything from the newest stuff now and some of the older stuff from Sword and Shield. I can open. All my XY Sun and Moon stuff is gone. I moved that into other liquid stuff. Like I said, I wanted to. I'm here to say it's okay to take profits, but then I'm moving it because the bank is not going to give me a better interest rate. They're not. So you have to put a plan of action on where you're gonna. I think Nostalgianomics touched on that. Like, where are you gonna displace funds? Or if you do trades, where are you gonna put even the funds? Like, if you did make money, where are you gonna put those funds? Like, you got to put some place, because to put it into, if you're investing in this, where are you going to display the money? Where are you going to put it? Right. So it had to make sense to me, and I wanted to stay liquid on the 6 to 7 best sets, and I moved the other stuff. Now here, I got other stuff that I'm moving. I want to go over some stuff that, like, here. We'll go over the cards because here are some stuff. These are some recent pickups from Nexus Card Shop. I showed these on Instagram. Got the Alakazam illustrations. I'm picking up a lot of illustration rares. There's a price tag for his sticker. There's a Cynthia's Roserade. You can see that. There we go. I got to put these in the binder, but just showing you. These are his prices on there. I did some trades at his shop. I didn't use any cash. Just all trades for single cards because I need these. I need these raw cards for that vending machine. And everything I'm talking about here, guys, is gonna, for the play it trade it game that we're gonna be doing. Got two of these. Got two of those. These are from, I think, perfect order. The Clefairy's, illustration rares. Picked up that Batman Mewtwo, $46 he had on it. Picked up the Chandelure SAR. Picked up this Volcarona illustration rare. Got the VMAX Mimikyu. Got the Tyranitar illustration rare. Got the Crobat SAR. Got the Legendary Treasures Rasharam. I pulled this, guys, the other day. I pulled this Starmie out of Chaos Rising Perfect Order boxes I was open. I pulled it out of one of those packs. I got the Mega Starmie EX Special Illustration Rare. It's like a $40 card, so I got that. Pulled that out. Just want to share with you guys. That was the pickup from Nexus Card Shop.
As well.
And then I'm opening up the binder just to show you, like this guy, woo, look at all the Clefairies. There I got more Clefairies right there. There's 4, plus the other 2 I got. 2 of the Mewtwo's. is, remember, you look at this. This is the binder. I'm going to have 3 or 4 of these type top load binders, and I'm going to be putting in the cards. The binder is going to have like a 20 plus binder, so $10 to $20 cards going to be in there. And then I'm going to have a above 20, like a $40 to $50 binder. I got to see what I'm going to do. I want to have 3 binders, but then I'll have the binder with the big stuff in it. I'm going to separate all these cards by values, and they'll have the binders will all be set. Oh, there we go. There's a big one. Still got the dark rye right there. Big dark rye right there. And then the Charizards, promos. Trying to get this camera. Then to illustrate the alt art right here. Espeon. And then the Inteleon alt art right there. All right, then we go over to this one. So I've been filling this binder up. Misty Psyduck. Got a lot of awesome cards for the vending machine, for our play it traded games, guys. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. I'm just not going to go into it, everything. But the day's coming, guys. Day is coming for the talk, for the channel, for everything. But now I got to put these cards in this binder. I want to show you. This is some stuff that I'm thinking about moving. So I have a whole box here. Just want to show you. Journey Together, booster bundles. Not in a rush to sell these, guys. These are going about $46 a piece. I'm looking to either sell them or I'll trade them for Destined Rivals, ETBs, or booster bundles. So I do have those. I do have Chaos Rising, ETBs. Looking to move those. I think there's going to be another opportunity for me to get them. So I'm just going to like kind of move stuff out of the way as I show you these. Then I have Surly Spark ETBs. Got another full case in the warehouse. Moving these. I'll trade these straight out for Destined Rivals ETB. An ETB for an ETB, or I'll sell them. Now, I'm not really don't care if they sell or not. Not really going to push a sale. They move, they move. They don't. If they trade, they trade. If they don't, I'm not really worried about them. But that's what I got as far as product. I want to just share with you guys some other stuff that I've been doing. I recently went out. I got this cutter right here. So I got this Gilaton cutter. And these are projects, like I'm working down in the warehouse, putting stuff together. I got these current comic book cardboard acid-free backer boards because what I'm doing, I bought these, these smaller comic book bags. The whole bag just fell apart. All right, so got these digest manga bags from a comic book shop. And what I'm doing is I'm putting my jumbo cards in here. And look how nice they fit in here. And I'm going to cut the backer board to go in the back of this backer board, in the back of this bag. And then I'm going to be able to fold this over. And then this card is nicely going to stay flat. It's got an acid-free backer board behind it, cut down to size. And I'm going to be able to present these, you know, on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to be looking to deploy these on Facebook Marketplace or at shows with the backer board because I think these may move, and I can move a majority of the jumbos. I have a ton of jumbos. So here are all the jumbo cards, and I got a lot of work to do. You can see how many jumbo cards I got. I got a lot of them to bag up. But this is stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes. well, going to be doing behind the scenes. Got these bags, and going to be starting on that project to move, and start to move the jumbos that I have. On another side note, shout out to Ben F Production. Ben F Production been buying my binders. I got a few binders that I have some that were used and some that are new. Got a pitch black. I mean, not a pitch black. A white flare, black bolt. Then I have this other white one. Got that. And then I have these other two binders up. Going to put on Facebook Marketplace. And then I have Pikachu, Detective Pikachu, with some hollows, but I have the other expensive ones. I may be selling these to go to Stacy's Board Game and Collectibles because she has an illustration rare that I wanna buy, but I don't want to spend the money out. It's $160 all art. I want it for my binder for the possibly to go in the vending machine. And more about like the vending machine, what I'm going to be doing. I have a plan that is going to be different now. I have a plan for what I want to do, and like I said, if I don't want to really tell exactly, but here's what I want to do. Say and ever say just put, I'm going to put it in this perspective. I have an idea, and this is for for the projects, right? Where any of you guys have extra cards, extra illustration rares and stuff like that, right? I'm going to make an offer to you better than any card shop will do, but it comes with a support base from you. Like, you got to be a subscriber for this. I don't want to put the offer on the table, but I'm going to offer you higher than and upwards to 90%, guys, of the value of your raw cards, right? Illustration rares, specifically full arts. I'm going to offer you 90%, but I don't want to say right now what it's going to go for, because if I say something, then it puts cards on the table for someone else to steal my idea. So I don't want to even say anything right now as far as like why I'm offering 90%. All right. But I don't want to say anything more because it'll actually get ideas in people's heads running, and they're like, well, what is this guy doing? So we'll have another discussion when I open up shop and I start able to take that 90%. And that's going to be probably for a long time, as long as I'm doing the channel, probably going to stay at that percent for the support base that I'm looking for. All right? Just going to put it in that perspective. That makes sense. So, guys, if you're opening up packs,
90% on things.
On single, Ben, this is not going to be a cash offer. All right? I'm just going to put it in that. I have to get a support base, but it's going to be, I believe it's going to be worth it for you guys, but let me roll the ball when I get this channel. I'm getting ready to go on vacation, and I'm going to be painting the studio. I'm clearing off stuff in here, going to be repainting. I'm on vacation the last week of this month, so this is my last week of full-time work, and then I'm on vacation. So I'm going to be doing some painting in here to get this straightened, and then think about how I'm going to put the play of trade wall up on the back. So that's the plan of action. By the way, take a look at the background. Got our new slot machine. There's a new one I just picked up. That was on my reel when I went to Seymour, Connecticut. We got the brand new slot machine in the background. I own 4 of these slot machines. Telling you, what I got going on with these machines, and even that machine, I'm not going to be the only channel that's going to be able to do like a digital rip. Just saying, but I'm not doing that right away. But I have plans for subscribers for these machines. All right? Got to be a subscriber to the channel. And that's the support base for the Play It Trade It games, is you got to be a subscriber to play these machines. And I'm going to leave it at that. That's where I'm building a foundation. Support base. I'm really looking for people who, all you guys, the 1,400 of you guys have been subscribed to the channel. You guys are the foundation, the beginning of my foundation for my support. So if you're still an old subscriber, new subscriber, you're still watching my channel, well, hopefully you take advantage of what I'm going to be offering at that 90%, taking in your doubles and taking on cards that you want me to have on a 90% level. And I'll go into more details when I'm ready to present everything, but 90%, better than any card shop. Better than any card shop is not going to offer you 90%. I can tell you that. But it's for a support base, all right, that I'm looking for in exchange, all right? And hopefully you like the idea, right? If I go in any deeper, guys, it's going to open up for other channels to just do what I'm doing. So I can't really talk about it. I was talking it over with the wife, and the wife said, damn, you coming out with these ideas, no one else doing this on YouTube. Guys, I have to leave it on the table like that, guys. I can't really go, because then it blows the whole idea on the perspective for what I'm doing with these machines and everything. But really, right now, I'm looking for a support base to keep building the channel on with the Play It Trade It game, and that's where I'm going, right? That's where I'm going. And you'll have to see when I get everything set up, how everything plays. But like I said, it's free to subscribers. It's free to subscribers. What I'm going to be doing with the Play It Trade It, it's free to subscribers. And all you'll have to do to play the machines is comment on the video, right? Comment exclamation, whatever I decide that we're going to be playing in the Play It Trade It games, whatever machines. Now I could be rotating these slot machines out. 1 week it could be this machine, then I bring another one in. I'm looking to even buy more slot machines, so I can exchange these machines out, and one night I can do a slot machine battle royale, and we can have slot machine gameplays right here, and they're free. So it's not like you guys are gambling, paying money to play these. I'm not asking for anybody's money. So let's put that on the table right now. So everybody's, oh, this guy's going to have a gambling channel. No, I'm not. There's no gamble. There's no money being exchanged from you guys to me. I'm not asking you for that because it's totally free, but I'm looking for that support base of subscribers, people that want to subscribe to the channel to play these games, right? So, and that's where I'm looking at. So, yeah, and all these machines, because I've been hit up. Here's the real deal. Not Ambrose. Let me just run this. Let me just run this video. And I had the young kids in here, my grandkids and Ava, in here about a month ago. I just want to bring that. See if I can bring it up. If I can even find it. Let me see if I can find that reel. And I got up, here it is. That was on the Pulsar. Jadiel was playing it, and this reel got over 2,100K views, plus more. It went crazy. This machine, we hit the jackpot in this thing. Not this one, my other machine. It's going crazy. And somebody said, you shouldn't have kids gambling. That's illegal. Who said the kids are gambling? These machines, if you guys don't know, they're called Pachizlos. These slot machines, called Pachizlos. In Japan, they don't use real money. They use tokens. These take tokens. All right, tokens to play. And they use those tokens, they play to win and exchange them for prizes. And that's what we're going to be doing here with these machines. None of these machines, every one of these machines here uses these tokens. Not quarters. They're not quarters. These say, some of them even say redeem for prizes. So they're tokens, not quarters, guys. We don't use money here on these machines. And since Ava and Jadiel, they were playing, I'm the adult. They're just playing on the machine. They're not winning anything. And I didn't offer them $1 if they get beat or they beat the other girl or the guy or whatever. I didn't know. I didn't say that. So yeah. So these all take tokens. So and these are legal in the United States. I don't know where, if you're in someplace else, you have a gambling parlor. You may have to seek your federal, state, and what do you call it, if you can have those machines, and then you offer cash things you're doing. That's another thing. I'm not doing cash prizes and all. I mean, telling people they got to pay me to play these or anything. All right? I didn't charge you anything. I said these are for subscribers. So, yeah, but that's cheese on the machine. I have 4 machines. I'm looking to get a couple more. I may end up selling one off, but I'm looking to get some different machines. I offer a variety of different ones. Some of them have the same sounds, the same kind of, setup. So I'm trying to get some different ones in that are different from each other. So there'll be variety, and they don't make the same noises. They all make different. And some of them don't have don't have volume control where it could be too loud for what I'm doing here, where I can't turn it down. So I may be looking to move 1 or 2 just because there's a volume issue where they're too loud for the channel, where I can't control the volume on it. So the other one, these are low. This is low. This is good enough. This sound here is good enough for the channel. It's not too loud. See, it's not too loud. The other ones are really loud. Some of the other ones are really loud. That's perfect. There's other ones that are louder than them. So, I don't want to go too much louder than the other one. But the Gamma is really loud, and my Aladdin machine is really loud too. But I'm trying to get a variety of machines. But right now I have 4, and I may be buying at least 3, maybe another 4th one. So I'll have 8 total. But it depends. Really depends. And I wanted to have some as backups. I want to open a variety, but then in case I want to change the background, I can get 3 people at one time playing the slot machines. Like I can have 3 different machines going for a battle royale or whatever. So that's what I was looking at. But anyway, these all take tokens. But anyway, that's what I got as far as those. And yeah, it's a token games base, but I got some ideas, man, that I wanted to be a little different coming back, and I think it's going to be a fun experience. Now, everybody complaining that they can't get merchandise, they can't find packs. Well, you know what? All the haters on my Instagram talking about, oh, this guy's a scammer, a scalper. Well, you're shooting your own self in the foot because I'm using products and stuff in the warehouse that's going to be built up for prizes on the back wall that you'll be able to win. But that's the subscriber base where you're not playing anything unless you're a subscriber. But, I figured that part be a way where people who I don't have to do giveaways anymore because I can just do this because this is the way where it's support based. Where if you really want something, then give me that support, right? So you have something that you get in exchange for your support. And if you like that end of it, you get to come back to the channel all the time and you experience what I'm doing with these machines, right? Every time. So it's a different feel, and I think it works in everything uh, where other people are just opening packs. They're talking about the investing gets boring. You get repetitive with the same stuff. Hold seal. Hold sealed, guys. It goes up, guys. You can do great things with the sealed, right? You can use it as part of an investment portfolio on top of your 401k, right? Yes, you can make some money on it. Yes, you can buy brand new cars and all kinds of stuff with it. Yes, when you go to sell it, yes, you can, right? I'm not chilling or hiding anything, but this is what you can do. If you're really serious about this hobby and that aspect, yeah, there's dollars that can be made on it. How much? Well, it depends on what you put your portfolio, what you build on your portfolio. So for me, it's building it up with the best, having the best because it makes them more liquid. If I go to Woodbridge shows, they're easy to sell. If I was to sell off, you got more vendors that want Prismatic, Destined Rivals. They'll want the stuff that I got versus anything else on top of the booster box stuff. So this is where my mindset is having liquid stuff in demand that people want. Now, here's where the play comes into where 30th anniversary, I think a lot of opportunities are going to open up for everyone in this investing space. Anybody buying sealed product, wanting more of, the deals are going to keep opening up, guys. I think we're in this for a while because everybody's so focused on the 30th anniversary that some sets, yeah, we're getting reprinted with Dollar General stuff coming out. There's opportunity right there. Opportunity is banging on the door right now, guys. Opportunity is banging on the doorstep. And a lot of you guys are like, what do I do? What do I do? Do I listen to that guy? Do I listen to that guy? Should I buy this? Should I do that? I'm not telling you to buy anything. You do whatever fits you. But I'm showing you what my receipts, what I'm doing. So you see what I'm doing. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but don't say, oh, Pokemart TCG, will you sell me some of your Prismatic? Well, I've been telling you, well, Prismatic, I was already paying at 100, but I was already getting shot down for buying at 100. People on my Instagram are like, you go and read the comments on some of my Instagram portfolios on what I've been buying. Like I said, I bought those Destined Rivals boosted boxes just last week, and I got shot down for buying them at $300 each. Somebody said I was a fool. Someone says, oh, wait for the crash. Guys, people are going to say whatever they want to say. I'm going to talk the talk, but I'm also walking the walk. I'm not one of these investors that's not doing what I say I'm doing. And I backed up everything so far that I said on this channel. I backed it up. And the receipts for what I said I was going to do for you guys is right here. Right here. And now I have the bigger warehouse.
I'll buy it and bring it to you.
I was able to build up from what I'm already doing. I was able to get a bigger warehouse. And I'm expanding myself. All right? I'm expanding. I'm expanding because I already started to grow in the hobby. I'm not a little guy. I'm not a little guy on tote pole anymore, guys. More invested into this than ever because I am willing to take the risk. Even at 58 years old, I'm still taking risks. I'm willing to take the risk. People say crash or whatever, but I've been in this hobby long enough to experience what I already gained out of the hobby, and while I'm still doing the hobby and while I'm still doing the deal. Now, you can take a look at, I'm going to give you another guy I follow, but you don't have to. But I'm going to give it to you because, and I'm buying off the secondary market. Like, I don't have distro in my back pocket. I have access to someone who has distro to buy, but I haven't even talked to him since the Woodbridge show. I mean, I have access to get product, but at what cost? And I have access to get product at Japanese product, but I don't really want to do Japanese right now. So here's another guy that became a self-made millionaire, and I want to share. I want to share with you uh, this guy. First, I'll show you this video.
Oh my days, bro. We're finally here. Pokemon Champions. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this. I cannot wait.
Well, you get one box every 2 months when you get lucky and find one at Target.
Here, and I'm going to share with you.
Help carrying all these in, honey. Come on, baby. Come on. As you can see, I absolutely demolished a recent drop. These are, I believe these are pin collections. I don't know. To be honest, I hit so many drops. It's hard to keep up with what all I hit. I mean, I get shipments like this almost on a daily basis.
This guy's getting stuff daily.
You might have heard. You might have heard. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Let me drop my head. There we go.
I want to move it up.
We got pin collection.
And then,
but folks, let's get serious for a minute. I know that most of you watching this video probably hate me, right? And that's fine.
That's
understandable because you think that
I want to stop. I want to stop right there. Most people, and that's what I was getting on Instagram, that see a person with a large amount of product, they assume that you cleared out shelves at Walmart, Target, that you're already starting to sell all of it on Facebook Marketplace, looking for a profit, and that's not me. They just start passing judgment without even knowing the person on the other side of the fence. They just see that video with you with all the product, just like they see him with this product, but he has a way that he's getting this product, which I think he goes into, but
True, what's his name?
right.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you. Hold on a minute, Chris.
You can't get Pokemon. But let's put this into perspective for a second. We'll use the last drop of Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer boxes on Walmart.
Redbeard is his name.
An example.
Redbeard.
Over 200,000 ETBs.
This guy uses bots, and he goes. If you follow him, he'll tell you about a bot, how it goes on, and he knows when the Walmart drops through a Discord. He goes on the bot, and I'm not saying I'm using bots. All right, I just want to clarify that right now before everybody gets on the channel and starts dropping all this guy's botting. I'm not botting, but I'm telling you how this guy got successful. That he's another guy that doesn't stand in Walmart, Target lines with all the other people to get one or two products, where one person or two people in the front of the lines at Walmart are clearing the shelf, right? That's what's going on for me, and it doesn't make sense for me to get in a line to only find no product or very little product. So he's using bots, and he used aimbot or whatever it is, body service. He talks about it, but some of these bot services don't want you to tell anybody what bot service it is, but use a body service where he's able to fill out, go on a Walmart drop, Target drop, Sam's Club drop, whatever, and his bot that he uses is able to carry out, right, the job as a bot and get multiple thousands of units of product, where some of the other people miss out, right? Out of the millions of people that buy product, and he's on there with all these other millions, he's only the one person that gets all of that shipped to his house, which he's selling, right? And now he become a millionaire from selling Pokemon product, guys, getting it in that manner. And you go watch Redbeard. This video is titled "I'm the Pokemon's biggest villain." That's what he says. And then there's another video. They got a lot of videos up there. Another one is how I became a millionaire scalping Pokemon cards. If people say scalping, selling, flipping, whatever, there's a lot of people selling Pokemon products. And
great scalper beard, King Scalper beard. What do you call me these days?
So there's
King
a bunch of you go check them out. Redbeard, R-E-D Beard. All right, one together. Check them out. I follow him through. I like the concept that he was able to become a millionaire selling Pokemon product. Right, that interests me, and I already see success because I already moved product. So I'm not moving it in the volume that he is, but I moved stuff that I wanted to move only to put move it into what I see products that are going to do a lot better in my eyes. Like I'm a firm believer in Prismatic. I believe in Destin Rivals. So Destin Rivals right now are on my radar, right? And I'm looking for that. You know, even at the price point of 110, 120, I might be able to get a deal and get them at 110. And I buy, you know, 10, 20. You know, I don't, you know, like I said, I don't have endless money, right? So, but I buy, I'm conservative, right? I buy what I can afford. I'm not over leveraging myself. I'm not charging anything. I'm debt free, guys. I'm not charging on a credit card. I don't go that route. I use cash dollars and I buy what I buy and I get positions firmly by buying off the secondary market. I pay a premium off the Facebook Marketplace. I have buyers already all this couple of years that I haven't been doing videos on, like really doing really big YouTube videos. I mean, with sellers that will sell me product. And some of them have bots. I have one person that does have a bot service, and he gets a lot of product, right? And I buy from someone who has a botting service. It's a lot of product. And I buy from them. I'm not saying I clear them out, but I buy and I get my positions, right? I buy what I can afford to buy at that time. Then I'll reach back out. If he has any more, I would buy more. Then I would buy more of this. And it's occasional meetups. And I have phone numbers that I exchange with these people where I can call them and I go and I pick up. And I meet them in local areas. They know me. I know him. And he became now a client that I can rely on to buy product from. And I don't go on Walmart Target lines getting a bunch of product. I don't. You see me get some stuff from Walmart and Target, but it's only select product. I'm only picking up stuff for Destin Rivals, Journey Together, like the Mass Boston, and then the 2-pack of Journey Together and Destin Rivals. I'm only interested in those 2 packs. Everything else, you can have all the Pitch Black you want. You can have all the Chaos Rising. You can have all the Perfect Order. I'm not really interested in that because I see a better buying price for me is to buy the booster box at 160, 150, you know, on the booster box of those 3 sets, rather than buy that checkout lane blister. Even though it has a slow poke on it, which could do good, you know, if you want to make a grading play on those checkout lane blisters for the promo, it's better for me to buy the booster box. Walmart, I'm not sure if you guys know, but now Walmart's ETBs are now $73 some change, guys. ETBs are no longer $50, $60. Walmart now has an upcharge on their ETB. Perfect Order, when I was at Walmart, there was a Perfect Order ETB on this video that I posted up last week when I was at my local Walmart and I hit a restock. Yes, guys, I hit a restock, but I did not grab this stuff here.
Pokemart TCG.
Oh,
Pokemart TCG guys here.
look at all that Perfect Order at my Walmart. This video went viral, guys. Over 21K views on my Instagram.
Pokemart TCG guys here.
Look at all that Perfect Order. I bought 4 art set. I bought 1 art set, 4-pack. At that figure, this thing hit over 21K on a restock last week at Walmart. And I left all the Perfect Order. I only took the Mass Boptic boxes and the 2-pack blister that had Journey Together and Destin Rivals, and then the Mass Boptic had 2 packs of Destin Rivals and Journey Together. 1 pack of Journey Together. I took those. That's all I took. I didn't take the L25 Pokeballs. I left all of the Pitch Black 3-pack blisters and Chaos Ride. I left all that stuff in the back. And it's still, you think even in the bull market that no one's buying this stuff. They cleared it all out, guys. They still bought all the Perfect Order sleeve pack that I showed in that video. They emptied it out. Emptied it all out. Still, they bought it all, guys. I'm not interested in Chaos Rising and that stuff right now, right? So I rather put my hard-earned money into Destin and Journey on restocks. I'm only picking up that select stuff because I'm Destin Rivals, right? Anything Destin Rivals in, if I get it at MSRP, I'm picking that stuff up, all right? And all day. Then I'll do breakdowns on the Reels for Instagram for people that want to watch that. And it's sharing what I pick up. I'm not buying any old thing at Walmart Target for a restock. I'm not, because it's not worth my time or effort. Only the good stuff is what I'm after, the stuff that in demand, stuff that want. Now, being that 30th anniversary is coming up, a lot of people panicking. A lot of people want to get out of positions. They're moving Prismatic. They're moving Destined Rivals. They're moving Surging Spark. They're moving some other stuff.
It was gone the same day.
Yeah. Christian, the second day, when I left that night, because it's right at the store I work at, that's the store I work at right there where I showed that video. That restock happened right there. It was already done. The guy had just finished restocking. I shot that video right there, right then and there. That day when I came into work, that evening is when it was sold out. It sold out. There was only like one pack of Perfect Order sleeve the next day, the end of the night. That was left up there. Yeah, it was gone. Everything else in the back, the Pokeballs and stuff that I left, that I took the Mass Boptip and the Destined Rival Journey Together 2-pack blisters, they took everything else. They cleared everything out of the back. That was it. They took everything. And there was also the Hobbit booster packs were there. The Hobbit was there. I'm staying in my lane, guys. I really don't want to get caught up in other stuff, even though there may be, I can flip that stuff it's not in my best interest to get into the Hobbit and buy that stuff. I'm just staying mainstream with the Pokemon because I don't want to get caught with dead money holding stuff and it's not moving for me or trading for me. So I stay with Pokemon. I just put my money for the best stuff that at the time of the restock, that's what I grabbed and I use it and I broke it all down for the packs, filling up those boxes. That's what my main interest for the packs and stuff that I get on the restock. I break it all down. So for Destined Rivals, for Perfect Order, Pitch Black, Chaos Ride, I'd rather buy a booster box. It makes more sense. I get more packs, and I can fill my boxes up faster buying that stuff while it's cheap now. I save about 50 cents or better per pack buying by the booster box versus buying the ancillary. Ancillary product, guys, very tough to move. Even at Woodbridge shows, if it ain't the best stuff, it's not Destined Rivals or Prismatic 3-pack blisters or 2-pack blisters or Ascending Heroes. It's very tough to move that stuff. And I already have boxes filled with like Silver Tempest and stuff like that, so I'm not really like moving forward to try to buy any more of that stuff because it's so much of a hassle to deal with trying to move it and even trade for it. I learned my lesson going to Woodbridge shows these last couple of years that I only want to deal with the good stuff, and that's why you see it in the warehouse. In the warehouse, you see the stuff, right? You see all the stuff that I showed on the video. I showed you the reel. You see all the good. I got solid stuff, man, that people are going to want. But in at least the next 3 to 5 years, what I have is going to stay in demand. People are going to want, and if I wanted to move out of positions on any amount of it, it's going to be easy move for me, no matter what the market is. Right? So this, for me, it makes best sense to me. And that's the way I'm trying to stay. Now, 30th anniversary. I'm okay with where the prices are at currently and where they may go. I may not be getting involved, right? I may look for single cards that I'm going to need that I can fill my binder up. And as they go down in value, because all these cards, it reminds me of Celebrations where the cards did go down, the classic cards did go down in price. I may be able to get some of these classic cards on the cheap. And I'll start building up the binders that I use for this for this vending machine over here for what I'm doing on the channel, right? And then I can have some other cards for later on down the road for other projects involving these machines or select machines, right? And future projects going forward. So, for me, I'm okay with missing out on 30th anniversary while seeking opportunities now and into the 30th anniversary for Destined Rivals is on the radar. All right? So that makes sense to me, getting Destined Rivals at the price points and at future dips because they're still dropping. I'm picking up as much as I can leverage to get, right? Much as I can afford to buy in to get at the deals, finding people locally and within travel distance. And if I could trade out Chaos Rising, I'd do a Chaos Rising ETB for ETB of Destined Rivals. Straight trade. they're about the same price on the market. I think Surging Spark is a little higher. It's at 127. I'm asking 125 a box. So I figure it's pretty much an even trade for Surging Sparks for an ETB of Destin. I think Destin is destined to go better than Surging, even though Surging is good. So I'm okay. If Destin don't trade or sell, I'm keeping it. Don't matter. Journey Together booster bundles don't sell, I don't care. But Chaos Rising, got a ways to go. So for me, it's still new. I'm moving out of Chaos ETBs to deploy the money into maybe Destin booster bundles or some other thing, or even raw cards. So that's how I feel. And this is the way I'm playing the market. I'm assuming the risk, guys. These are the risks that I'm taking. These are some moves that I'm making. But meanwhile, I am, selling off like the Detective Pikachu cards, and I'm moving other stuff. I got a whole bunch of the Fortnite stuff. I got to list all. I got to find the values of all these cards, recalibrate, redo all the cards. List these all up on Facebook, and even if I list them singly, get the prices out accurately from eBay sold, and get these cards up on Facebook and sell them. Talk to some local card shops that do other TCGs and maybe willing to take these Woodbridge shows and see if I can trade anybody that may pique interest. And then some local deals here at card shops for the Pikachu cards. See if I can get that illustration rare, all art. Glaceon, I think it is. It's a $160 card from Evolving Skies. I forgot what the card is. But then I got other things that I'm working on with the jumbos, getting that stuff ready. I do have VHS tapes of Pokemon. I can actually show you those. I still have those. I'm going to be trying to move those.
Not doing One Piece.
I'm not dealing with One Piece. I had it before. But here, I'll just show you these. I got these VHSs. I'm going to be posting up for sale. Facebook Marketplace, our trade. I have the Nintendo Switch. I'm probably just going to sell the Switch because I'm not playing it. I already got rid of a couple of games. But basically, I'm chilling. I'm staying focused on Pokemon. And for me, it's about getting select Pokemon. I do have some bulk boxes over here on the show. I have some bulk boxes of holos and reverse holos. And then some commons and uncommons, and some trainer cards inside 2 ETB boxes full with bulk. And then I have holos and reverse holos. I'm just going to look to sell those up, put them up on Facebook Marketplace. I do have this one white flare ETB, looking to even try. I only have one. So I'm okay with letting this go. So that's up on the chopping block. I only have one. And I have 5 Black Bolt ETBs. I'm looking to build more on that. But we're going to see. We're supposed to get in a white flare reprint. Well, we'll see what happens, right? So I'm open to buying more white flare. White flare is on the radar a little bit too. But really just looking for deals. If I find a deal on select sets that I want to put my money into, or make trades with for the other stuff that I got that's open. This is about all that I got that I'm trying to move into other areas for other product. And at the end of the day, don't move, I'm fine, right? So this is how I'm moving it. Everything else in my storage unit, in my warehouse, right? I'm not selling. Prismatic's not for sale. Crown Zenith's not for sale. 151's not for sale, right? Paldean Fate's not for sale. None of it. For sale. I'm not selling any of it. So I get asked on Instagram, how much for the prismatic UPCs and stuff. Those are another thing. UPCs, Ultra Charizard UPCs, and prismatic SPCs, right? Buying those, looking for those. Select stuff on prismatic, yeah, to an extent. But if I don't get any more prismatic, guys, I'm good. I have a solid position on prismatic. I'm happy. With collection boxes, booster bundles, I'm happy. ETBs, I'm happy, dude. I'm happy with my portfolio, right? And I think it's more liquid, so easier to sell to vendors or anybody that I have the best stuff, right? But I'm setting it, forgetting it, and I don't have to sell because I have built myself into that position where I don't have to sell anything. right? I don't have to sell. And that's how you can build your portfolio over time. And this is not like made it overnight, right? Success happened just like that. It was over time, years years invested in to what I'm doing, right? So it's time in the market, not trying to time the market. It's time in the work, the hustle in the market. Yeah, there's other ways to get there faster if you're doing it like Redbeard botting and you're getting tons of. If you got to have a lot of money to deploy like that to, a credit card with X amount. If you're doing credit card, I think you have to have a credit card, right, to order online. So you got to have a lot of money to deploy. Use the botting service if you really want to do that millionaire status or try to become a millionaire like that, like Redbeard did. I mean, yeah, I don't know how quickly he did it, but botting services, buying the best stuff without getting caught with perfect order and stuff like that. And there's opportunities even with that stuff if you buy it and hold it. But, he bought into Destined Rivals. There's video. Go, like I said, check out Redbeard stuff. I mean, that's what you can do. I mean, if that's what you aim to do. And you don't even have to tell social media what you're doing. You don't even have to do a YouTube channel sharing the journey on what you're doing. You can do that all privately and do that botting service all privately. Nobody has to know who you are. You're just doing that bot service by yourself. You're doing it. And you've got a warehouse full of stuff and you're buying and selling and you don't need it. He don't need to even post that stuff. He's another guy like Rudy. Like Rudy don't even have to do videos. Millionaire. You don't have to do no videos, But, that's how it is with these guys. They got money to burn like that. And as you turn and burn, like your DJ's Pokestop, Pokey Center, he turning and burning, you could do that approach. There's different approaches. It all depends on you. For me, I did turning and burning, right? And now I turned enough that I'm sitting on the rest of my stuff that I got. I did a lot of turning and burning all my XY Sun and Moon stuff. I ain't got to turn and burn no more, guys. I ain't got to turn and burn no more. I could set it and forget it, and it could stay it could stay forever. I don't have to sell. I don't have to rush to sell. And I did this all without FOMOing. Another guy's posted. I get so many Instagram, more positive than negative. Oh, this guy FOMO. Look at this guy FOMO. Who FOMO'd? I get excited about new sets, but I'm doing my homework on the back end of it. I'm doing my homework on this stuff before I even get involved, man. For me, it's got to make sense to me because I work hard for my money. Even though I'm working a full-time job still, right? I work hard for my money. And to deploy it, it's got to make sense to me. Is it worth my time and the money that I'm going to deploy into it to hold, right? Got to make sense. Don't make sense, I'm not making a play on it. But if it makes sense, dude, the opportunity is right, the deal is right, I'm jumping on it, right? And it's the same mindset you got to have going forward. Where would you rather put your money? Would you rather deploy your money into Perfect Order, Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, or would you rather buy Destined Rivals? Would you rather buy Destined Rivals at the price point that it is now and dropping, buy into it, dollar for dollar cost average, hold it for 2 to 3, 5 years and make plays to sell it later on at those when it goes to a ratio where you're happy with, and you move some of it out, and then you can able to buy some 30th anniversary because now that dropped down and able to buy 30th anniversary when, if it does come down, you're able to deploy that money into something else that's going to make sense, right? This is where it makes sense for me. Okay with leaving Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, Perfect Order at the wayside, moving into Destined, possibly Prismatic, and into White Flare, Black Bolt. And then if any other plays come along, the deal sounds right, yeah, I may make the play, right? This is how I think. I look for opportunity. As an investor, right, seeking opportunity, always looking for opportunity. And not waiting long to make the play, because you wait long, you waited too long. Right? So I'm jumping on when there's offers on the plate. It makes sense to me. I'm picking it up. And I've been doing it all in my backyard, guys. All in my backyard, and then outside going to card shows, New Jersey, Connecticut, going to card shops, buying seal, trading, doing all kinds of stuff, man. So, yeah, it makes sense. And I'm sharing the journey on Instagram with you guys and trying to bring it to YouTube at the same time, showing you what I'm doing because I'm the real deal. Real deal, ain't going nowhere, but sharing my journey and what I do. And like I said, I don't care what, and this is how I'm at. I really don't care what people think about me. And you should do the same. Don't care what people say about you. Don't care because if Warren Buffett or Bill Gates or any of these other profitable uh, investors or billionaires that already made it, if they would have took your advice, where would they be? Where would they be now, right? If they didn't, if they took your advice, said, "Oh, I tried that. I tried that, Warren. You shouldn't do that." Warren, listen to you. You're still working, right? And where are you at with your portfolio? Where are you at? Warren Buffett wouldn't be the billionaire. He wouldn't be the investor he is today if he listened to folks. He aligned himself with other successful investors. And that's what I do. I follow other successful investors. Yeah, they're on YouTube because I see them making it and I see them only going to gain more success down the road. And hey, behind the scenes, I'm a success in my own mind. May not be in your mind because I don't have millions of subscribers, right? Because that's how we align success as having that. But you don't know what my money situation looks like versus what it was then and what it is now because I'm not like trying to post that up and share that. But hey, I'm in a lot better position than I was 14 years ago. I can tell you that. And still running everything debt free. And that's my story, man. I'm sharing my journey. Still on this journey, man. I'm not going nowhere. Sky's the limit for me. And now, I really have no limitations to what I can do or what I can't do. That's just what Pokemart has done for me, man. That's real talk with Pokemart TCG, guys. And I'm happy to be in the situation and in the space that I am. I'm enjoying every step of the way, learning still along this journey. And hey, having a ball, man. So with that said, it's 1:30. I got to get ready to go to work. Be prepared, man. Be prepared. We're coming back. We're coming back, and we're going to be throwing some heavy. We're going to be slugging it out. But there's only one channel like this in the direction that I'm doing. So come on back. In the meantime, enjoy some Call of Duty because that's what I do. You got to do what you enjoy. That's what I do on the side. I enjoy doing Call of Duty and get videos, and then I pop up here when I get time. But for the most part, guys, you get Instagram Reels, so I highly advise you. If you're missing out on YouTube videos from me, don't worry about it, dude. I ain't going nowhere. Sky's the limit. I'll be back. More coming with this stuff and what I do, but I'm going to be painting here in the studio at the end of this month. It's my last full work week. I'm on vacation after that. I'm going to get this studio painted up. And you got to figure out how I'm going to design that back wall up there. Yeah, a lot of reels come from the Instagram. For now, yeah, check it out. PokeTuber Jedi Hustler. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a wonderful time just discussing some stuff here with you guys, just giving you a transparency of what I'm doing, how I'm thinking, and even in the bull market, I'm looking for deals, and I'm not FOMOing in. I never FOMOed in, and, you got to be okay with missing out on some stuff, and I'm okay with missing out, but then doors open. When 30th anniversary comes, doors open, and they will continue to open for other products, and you're going to see it. You are going to see it, guys, but are you going to take action? And that's the thing. I take action, and I have the receipts for everything I do. And guys, don't just talk the talk, walk the walk. You're seeing it from me. If you want to grow and be successful, right, in your own words, on your own journey, watch people that have like-minded views, like yourself, and take charge of your destiny, of your dream, and continue to build upon it, regardless of what people say. And that's what I did. Regardless what people say, people are going to talk about you. People are going to say this or that. But regardless to that, You just keep staying the course. And I'm going to keep preaching it until I'm done here on YouTube. Stay the course in Pokemon, guys. You will reap what you sow. I guarantee you, you will reap what you sow. And your portfolio is only as big as you make it. You make it built out of what you want to put into it. Don't let your mistakes break you. Learn from mistakes that I made, but I didn't let it deter me from continuing. And here I am today, more successful than I was 14 years ago, and I'm still on this platform doing exactly what I say I'm going to do. Like I said, probably one of the YouTubers here can back up stuff that I've been doing all these years, where you may have some other investors, they say they're doing it, but it just may be just for clicks and views. For me, I'm not getting paid from YouTube. So I'm just going to tell you how it is. And then you can check the receipts for yourself, check the Instagram, proof is in the pudding, right? Instagram, what I do, there it is. All right, with that said, guys, I appreciate everybody for watching. Check out the Instagram, PokeTuber Jedi Hustler. Like, comment, subscribe, share. If you want to be part of this play it, trade it game here with this stuff, I highly recommend you get subscribed to this channel. Share out the video if you love it. Subscribe if you want to. Not going to force anybody. Hey, my journey may not be your journey, but I'm going to enjoy what I'm doing regardless. Guys, have a great one. I'll be back here with another video whenever I find time. But yeah, I got a lot of work still to do, and yeah, I'm gonna be here, man. So check me out on Instagram, where I'm more lively on, more active there than pretty much YouTube right now, because that is where I'm posting, and it's just quickly I'm able to get stuff up there, and the reels are just like, I got to put the reels up in like 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, because the reel only has a certain amount of time before it expires. So I got to talk fast and get that up. But that's it, man. Here I spent a whole hour here or better, just talking about the market and opportunities. Opportunities going to come. That said, guys, remember to get out there and catch them all. Have a ball. I'll see all who, all y'all. In the next video, do me now. Peace. Whole lot of love for you. High five. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Check out the Instagram. Follow me over there. Check out the real thing, the real hustle. Have a great rest of the day. I'm out. Woo!